They're out there waiting to see me in the morning. And you just get in line and stand there and talk to them in a chat. If you don't want to stand up, I got the little side seats built in the front of my house out of stone. You can sit down and just take a rest there and wait your turn. When your turn comes, you're going to come in inside these big bronze doors. We got 2 bronze doors called forays into the vestibulum. It'll say Kawe Kanem, but don't worry. Our dog died a long time ago. We don't have a dog anymore to bite you. So just to come inside the atrium there, be careful. There's a pool right in the middle of the floor. Don't fall into that. That's called the impluvium. And look for me back in the side, or maybe back in the tablinum back there in my office. That's where I like to meet people. You'll see Idiotes, the young boy I was just talking to a little while ago. Idiotes is my doorkeeper. He's not too smart, but he does a good job at what he's hired to do, what he's trained to do. And then come back there. If you're lucky, Cassandra will meet you. That's my atriensis. That's my atrium slave. And she'll bring you back to the study back there, and you can sit down and we'll talk. And people come in and they tell me how their family's doing. Sometimes they come in and they have tears in their eyes. They say, Marke, my family's been without food for 3 or 4 days. We've had some bad times. Well, I say, I can take care of you. I like you. You're an old friend. So I go to my arca. I have this big box under the floor. It's bolted to the floor. In the arca, it's all full of coins. I have the small asses, the little tiny coins. You have 1 ass, so you can buy 2 loaves of bread. Or I can give people, a sestertius. If you get 2.5 asses, you have 1 sestertius. With that, you can buy chicken. So maybe this guy, I'm going to give him a couple of asses to buy bread for his family, give him a sestertius, say, go buy a live chicken, take it home and feed your family. And he goes away, he's happy, he likes me, kiss my ring, and he's gone. Next guy comes in, he's got a bigger problem because sometimes they come in with 1 shoe, 1 sandal or shoe under their feet, okay? And I look at that and I say, you're coming to see your patronus and you didn't wear 2 matching footwear on your feet, and then you get the sob story. Oh, patrone, I lost my sandal, it broke, and I can't afford new ones. No problem, come to the arca, go in there, get out the silver denarius. You give someone a silver denarius, they can buy new sandals for themselves. I've got a lots in there. I've got like a couple of thousand denarii. I've got sestertii. I've got the asses in there for bread. All this money, I keep it all in my house. I don't take it down and give it to the money changers in the forum. Once in a while I do when I'm doing business, but most of the time my money's right here in my house. The other day a special friend came over. And he lives out on the farm next to my 2 farms. I own 2 farms on the side of Mount Vesuvius. And he came over and he said that he had a problem on his farm. He's got a small place. Only has like 3 slaves to run the whole farm. Well, one of his slaves ran away, fugitivus. And normally you try to catch these people when they run away, but he hadn't had any luck. He's been looking for days and he's got to run the farm. He's 1 slave short. So he came in, he said, Patrone, I need to buy a new slave, and market day is coming. I don't have any money for a new slave. I looked at him and I said, the old friend, I can take care of you. I'm going to need a favor from you someday, and I know that you're going to not forget your patronus. So I go to my money box and I get out 1 aureus, a gold coin. You can buy a cheap slave with a gold coin. If I don't have a gold coins, I can give him a 250 denarii. It's the same thing. 250 denarii, 1 gold coin. He's going to go away, buy a good slave, and he's going to be happy, he's going to be indebted to me. Sometimes I have to do business, and I hope you don't come on a day when we have some nasty business to do, because in the morning during salutatio, people come from my farms where I've got 2 familiae rusticae. These are families of slaves. Each familia has like 100, 150 slaves in it. 1 farm we grow grapes. It's all a vineyard planted on the side of Mount Vesuvius. Makes the best wine there is in all of Italia, right here near Pompeii. On the other farm we got the olive trees. And the slaves have to work these vines, or they have to work the olive trees, and they have a good job to do, keeping busy. We have older slaves, more trustworthy ones, who are the foremen, to make sure that the jobs get done, the work goes on. And once in a while, you get a slave that runs away. If that happens to me, they usually get caught, because I've got so many slaves out there that everybody watches what they're doing, and I've got slaves who do nothing else but watch for runaways. And so when they see somebody running away, they catch them, and then they come and tell me, and I say, okay, after salutatio, I'll be out. All of my friends go away, then I have to go and leave the city. And I'll go to the gate that goes to Mount Vesuvius. It's the next gate over from this one. And I hire a kisium. Kisium is a little wagon that's out there, two-wheel wagons. There's always about 5 or 6 by each gate. The drivers we call kisiarii. And you hire one of these kisiarius to drive the kisium, and he'll take you into the countryside where you have to go. We go out to the farm. I get out there and I ask, where's the slave that ran away? And they'll have him tied up somewhere by a post, by a tree. And I look at this guy. And now I'm the pater familias, okay? I'm like God to this man, because I have his life right in my hands at that moment. This slave knows that. He tried to run away, he's been caught, and now pater familias is coming to take care of him. I'm not going to make a quick decision. I'm going to make him sweat, and I'm going to make sure the rest of the slaves are all watching what's going on, because this is a lesson for them. We don't want the trouble. I don't want those slaves to think I'm some mean guy who's just all gravitas, all severitas, you know. I want them to know I got the clementia too. I have mercy in me. So I look at this slave, and I look at his back, take off his tunic, see if he's got any scars on his back. If he doesn't have any scars on his back, that means he's a pretty good guy, and I'm not going to be too hard on him. We just get to the whip. Now, we do have a whip. It's a military whip. It's got the wooden handle made from oak, about that long. And on this side, it's got the 7 leather straps, and on each strap you have lead beads. And I take this whip. It has to come from my hand. I'm not going to whip him, but it comes from my hand so that he knows the whippings are coming from me. And I'm going to give it to the foreman, and we're going to tell him to whip this guy maybe 10 times. You have to be careful. Some pater familias, you know, they see the slave, they're all mad, and they say, give him 50 lashes. Well, you don't want to do that. The 50 lashes on a guy's back, there's not going to be any skin left there. It's going to be all bones and blood, okay? 10 lashes, that's all he needs, just enough to make him know who's boss.